Guys, you better be careful how you talk to other people and all the things that you say to other people because you will get your mate. Listen to this.
It's so funny how y'all are calling Americans entitled because we're asking for.
The problem here is that we are trying to have an educated and intellectual conversation with a country whose schools are filled with more bullets than books. So education has never been your priority, and hence why you're spewing so much garbage that you're not even trying to learn anything from anyone. I want to hold your hand when I tell you this. America is not the golden standard for the world. The expectation is not that everything that is American is perfect. I know movies and music videos have lied to us. And yes, in Africa, some of us may have believed that America was a great country until we allowed ourselves to interact with you guys on the internet. And then we realized, Spaza shop that thing. Now, let me hold your hand once again and explain something to you. If your identity requires a hyphen in order for you to have an identity, let me give you an example. African American, Black American. I would think that you would then sit down and listen to the people whose identities you have hyphenated together to get your identity. Because if you're calling yourself an African American, I would think that you would want to then listen to Africans when they are teaching you about the culture that you only tap into during holidays when you're going to the motherland to be in touch with your roots. We don't have to step in and out during holiday periods within our cultures and our identities because we live them on a daily basis. You need to step and learn from us what Africanacity is, what being an African is. You can't even point out Africa in a map. Some of you in America, majority of you, still think we roam around with lions. Majority of you can't even identify and distinguish between African as a continent and countries in Africa. But here y'all are trying to fight someone who's clearly telling you that in their country, there is a denomination of people called colored people. As a matter of fact, a typical American person, if they were to arrive in South Africa, we would spot them as a colored person until they told us otherwise. And when they do tell us otherwise, do you know what's the difference between my country and yours? We would respect your identity. But nay, you will not do that because you can't even respect the identities of Native Americans. You can't even respect the identities of Americans in your own country. There are trans people whose rights you're trying to take away the identities of women. You're trying to anything and everything that seems to be a little bit of a threat and that does not align with your movie-filled and movie-thrilled world, you'll want to attack. Tyler went to America and became successful. She's not there to take anyone's bread or butter. This is the same thing you're doing with Mexicans by trying to strip them of their power, trying to strip them of their identity and make them identify something that you want. Tyler is colored in South Africa. What you should have done as a person who's hyphenating their identity is then sit down and ask yourself, what are colored people? Where do I fit in when it comes to this? And go and learn about colored people in South Africa. South Africa, which is in Africa, the Africa that you fought for to hyphenate and identify as. But when it comes to us informing you and educating you about our continent, you then want to tell us that we should respect you. Respect you as what? You went and called yourself Shaniqua, Laniqua, and Eloise and thought you were being African while you were mocking us without even understanding who we are. Your lineage is, and your bloodline is African. And the only people who can call that country America Americans are the endangered Indians that are from there, that you guys have displaced. Americans, all you are doing is that you are colonized and now you are sub-colonizers. You're wanting to replicate the same oppression that white people did unto you to anyone else who identifies as anything that's different. Congratulations, you are Black. But I'm assuming that your Blackness also stems from the motherland that you tap into when you feel like it. And if that is the case, maybe you should sit down, listen, and let's explain to you what Blackness is actually in Africa. We are tired of this conversation. We are over it. And quite honestly, Tyler, step on the next some more, my baby. Because somehow they think you were only successful when you arrived in America. You were not. And even if they were to take you out of America, you